right, you can test your mics now if you think you need to. Malkin. Okay, and Bill. Okay, good evening, everybody. It is 4:32, Tuesday, April 29th. Do we have contact in the back? Okay, we do. 4:32 p.m. You were at a Plan Commission meeting, City of Wausau. We have a quorum in place, one member absent. Long agenda, so hopefully I can read all these off quickly for you. First item is the approval of the minutes for March 18th. I would entertain a motion. Motion from Balkin, second from Borneman. Those in-
Second.
Second from Larson. Any discussion? Seeing none, those in favor of accepting the minutes say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. All right, the first item, we have several hearings and then followed by discussion. So we'll open the hearing on the first item. This is item 2, discussion on rezoning 2811 West Wausau Avenue from a DR8 to a TF10 to allow for a 3 to 4 unit multiplex. It's Lang Investments LLC. Is there anyone here from Lang or from the, would like to speak? Step on up, sirs. Please state your name and
I'm
business.
Craig Lang, part of Lang Investments. We are looking to put a 3 or 4-plex, probably a 4-plex unit up there. And I guess the plans are all on there. I guess, does anyone have any questions I can answer or get going with?
Sure. We'll work on the questions at the next item, which is discussion and possible action. So at this point, we're looking for, give us your elevator speech on why we should approve this.
Okay. The lot is very large, as you can see. It is zoned for a single duplex on there. We're talking about 2 duplexes, but that's not meeting the zoning regulations that we wanted to do. So we are going to look at changing them into a 4-plex. With the location of this lot just seems to be good for more building. We just want to get more building and more rental units in there. And a duplex would leave that whole back of the lot just not unusable, but for a rental property, we just felt that there would be more access to put the 4 units the way that they're designed on there. So we are looking to possibly build it this summer and want to get it going. I know there's another meeting we have to get approved if this one goes through, but that's what we're looking at doing with it. So it'd be a single-story unit. Each one would have a 2-car garage, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths in each one, and a full kitchen, and a life-sized living room. There'll be nice units for smaller couples or single people that are looking for units to do.
Okay, thank you. And stand by in case we need to call you back up here.
Okay.
Anyone else wishing to speak on this item as public hearing is still open? One more call. Anyone else for public hearing on 2811 West Wausau Avenue? Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing, and we'll move on to item 3, which is discussion and possible action on the rezoning of 2811 West Wausau Avenue to allow for a 3 to 4 unit multiplex for Lang Investments. I would entertain a motion. Okay, motion from Borneman, second from Balkin. Discussion. Got it. Thanks. All right, seeing none, any staff comments, recommendations? I think, go ahead. Bill?
Thank you. I'd just like to clarify that tonight is just the rezone. Then they'll have to come back and get a conditional use to do the 4-plex. It's just a 2-step process, so tonight's just the rezone.
Okay, so that, but the rezoning will come to council on May 13th?
Correct.
Okay. All right, seeing nothing further on this item, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor of approving or taking action to the council for rezoning 2811 West Wausau Avenue signify by saying aye.
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 Yep. Any opposed? All right, that passes. Thank you. Next public hearing is item number 4. It's discussion on rezoning. It says discussion, it's public hearing. 1040 South 12th Avenue from a TF10 to a PUD to allow for 2 duplexes. This is Mac Ventures. Anyone from the public wishing to speak to this matter?
Is that what we're against it?
This being a public hearing, if you have any comment for or against, this is your opportunity.
Yeah, I'm going to say something.
Please state your name and address.
My name is Richard Westberg. I live at 1021 South 12th Ave. I live kitty corner from the building that they're going to build onto. Now, we have traffic. We have G.D. Jones School in front of our house, okay? And I give the Wausau School Board recommendations for putting a fence around the dog park. Oh, I didn't say dog park. I meant the playground for the kids. But anyways, here we get these here big buildings put in there, and people, they got to walk their dog, they have dogs, I mean, they have cars and on 7th and 11th, I noticed that they're using the road for their driveway. There's not enough parking. And then you got Troy's TikTok across the road, okay? And it's a business. They do a good business there. And they park on 12th. We have a school on 12th. We have school buses in the morning, in the afternoon, and at 4:30, okay? Then when the school buses come through, that's traffic there. So, I'm just saying that there's parking issues, that are going to come up on that. So that's why I'm kind of against having 2 duplexes put there, because you're talking, 4 families? So, but I just hope I made a, point, like I said, and if they can't use the G.D. Jones School playground for their dog park, I mean, they use my boulevard and they walk their dog. I mean, everybody's got to have animals, but anyways, and some people too, when they move in, they have they got the sports car they put in the garage, and they got the wife's car, and then they got their car, and I mean, it just takes up a lot of parking space, so they're going to park on the road, so, okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Mayor, Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I have a question. This, it says 1040 South 12th Avenue. Would this by chance be the corner lot that's on 12th and Thomas?
No, why
Where
don't
there was that yellow house that burnt down and there's that yellow
I'll
garage?
identify that you want to hold off until we get to that.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so thank you.
Okay. Public hearing, we still have opportunity. Second call. Last chance for public hearing comments on 1040 South 12th Avenue. Okay, we're going to close the public hearing, and we'll proceed to discussion, possible action on rezoning 1040 South 12th Avenue from a TF12 to a PUD to allow for 2 duplexes by Mac Ventures. So we heard the comment, and Brad, you want to?
Sure. I guess since the petitioner doesn't appear to be here, just some background information. There were 3 units on this property previously. As you noted, there was a fire there that destroyed the duplex. So there was an accessory dwelling unit also on the property that was raised. So their desire is to put 4 units, which would just be 1 more unit than was there previously. The lot under the current zoning isn't quite big enough. It's about 700 square feet too small to split it in half. So that's why they're seeking the flexibility of the PUD zoning district to get that extra unit to do 2 duplexes on the site rather than just the one that would be allowed because of the size, or the overall size of the parcel. Again, just being a little bit too small. So that's the proposal. This stage is just the general plan. Basically, looking at the two units, or the two duplexes, for a total of 4 units, and they have a general site plan in there, but we would need to work with them on the specific plans, which would come back to us at a future meeting. But at this point, I guess staff seem that the extra unit, again, above what was there before, seems appropriate for this lot.
Thank you. Anyone have any other comments on this? I would entertain well, go ahead.
I
Mr.
just
Barnman.
have a question on this. It appears, based on the schematic here, that there's one of the duplexes is going to be accessed off Thomas, and then is the other one then off of 12th?
Yep, that's what's being shown here. So 12th would be to the right of the screen. Thomas would be at the bottom.
Okay, all right.
Yep. And actually, we have design standards that we're going to have to work with the petitioners a little bit, because this might not actually work because of some of our standards,
Okay.
particularly the garages taking up too much of the front facade. So that might need to be tweaked, might need to be turned either sideways or backwards with access on the back. I guess that'd probably be the preference from staff's viewpoint, but we'll have to work with them on those more
Okay.
specific
All right, thank you.
details.
Any other questions, comments? I would entertain a motion. Motion from Balkin, second from Borneman. Motion and a second to rezone, pass that to council on for the 13th. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes. Up next, public hearing, another public hearing. Item 6, discussion on approving a conditional use permit for 903 3rd Street. That's the First United Methodist Church, to allow for the use of their basement as an emergency night shelter, sponsored by the Wausau PD. Looking for public comment or get public comment on this item, and we can take it now or we can take it later. It's up to you. Last chance. Brian.
Hi, Brian Bailey, 707 3rd Street. I'm the president and CEO of the Woodson YMCA. Have some reservations of the location for the shelter, although I do appreciate Chief Barnes. He, forgive me. All right, that's embarrassing. Anyone want to dance? Okay. My reservation comes, and I feel for the homeless population and where this goes, but and I'm sure you're going to hear, well, no one wants this in their backyard. My saying would be, this is one of the worst backyards you could put it in. We have the largest licensed child care center in the city of Wausau, with over 200 children that congregate in our playgrounds. Our strollers go around those blocks. We have the only senior center in the community with a lot of vulnerable population that spend a great deal of time at the landing and the Y. We have hundreds of children and young families that come on a daily basis. The reason I'm even more hesitant is because I lived through this back, I believe it was 2021 when the shelter was there, and what we found was there was poor behavior. We had theft, we had loitering, we had drug needles, alcohol, garbage, defecation on our campus. It made our members very worried, upset. The YMCA healthy atmosphere that people come to on that. Chief Barnes did talk to me and said it'll be a little bit different this time because they will be overseeing that, and I do trust that it could be different, but I also have to say that for my board that it's not a comfortable place to be put in our location. I want to be a good neighbor. I want to work with the community, but I did need to say my piece for our constituents. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, the public hearing is still open. I'm going to make the last call on that. All right, last call. We're closing the public hearing on the conditional use permit for 903 3rd Avenue, and we'll take it to, oh, I'm sorry. That's all we need on that?
Yeah, so, sorry. Got a learn how to use my microphone. Yeah, conditional uses, this is just the public hearing. They come back to Plan Commission for the final action. So that's why the special meeting actually was called on Thursday.
So
we'll-
that's the Thursday
Yeah,
one.
we'll come back and take action then.
Okay, so that'll be Thursday at 4:15.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Another public hearing item is number 7, public hearing discussion regarding the tax increment district number 3, project plan amendment number 6, in order to add projects and project costs. And this comes to us from finance. And we're looking for any public comment. We have a hearing open. See Mary Ann standing up. Help us out.
Again, just as the mayor indicated, we're just adding project costs, not amending the boundaries. The majority of the projects are infrastructure projects, including Fulton Street, First to North 7th Street, water and sewer. Related to that is First Street, River Drive, McIndoe, to 300 feet of Fulton, again, water and sewer. The mall streets, as you know, we tore down the mall, and now we're putting in streets. So it's construction, engineering, sidewalks, lighting, water, sewer, and any other related costs. Another project is demolition of the old water plant. That facility is located strategically next to Wausau Chemical and the River Life Park, so we want to be able to demo that property and prepare it for reuse. Second Street from Short to DeKalb, including water and sewer, parking ramp improvements, and then on-street parking, McIndoe, Franklin Street, and 4th Street, and that is part of our attempt to provide additional parking for the YMCA. So a resolution, once the public hearing is conducted, the Plan Commission's responsibility is to adopt that plan. There is a resolution that would go to the Common Council in the plan itself. So that would be the resolution that you would be adopting tonight. And we did have our initial meeting with the Joint Review Board yesterday morning. So the rest of the timeline would be after Plan Commission. It would go to council on May 13th, and then we would have the final Joint Review Board meeting set for some time after May 13th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Quite the journey for TID plans. Any other comments? Any other one wishing to speak publicly on the TID 3 plan? Seeing none, I'm going to close the public hearing, and we'll take up the discussion and possible action. This is item 8 regarding tax increment number 3, project plan amendment number 6, in order to add projects and project costs. This comes to us from finance via the Joint Review Board, and I would entertain a motion. A motion from Balkin, second from Borneman. Comments, questions, concerns?
Just,
Mr. Borneman.
I'm pretty sure I asked this question the last time we had it, but I need to review for my own sake. The purpose of the Plan Commission in this is simply to hold the public hearing, and there really aren't any standards we have to apply of whether we approve it or not. It's simply to hold the meeting and that it complies with the comprehensive plan.
Yeah, I would say that's accurate.
Okay.
The main purpose is the public hearing, but also, like you said, to make sure that these plans jive with other plans that the city has, make sure it's transparent and everything's, it's part of the process, the Joint Review Board, Common Council, Plan Commission, going back to Joint Review Board after council action. It's all sort of laid out in the statutes, the process.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Good question. I was just sidebarring with Brad to understand that. Anything else on the matter? All right, seeing none, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor of accepting the tax increment District 3 project plan amendment 6 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes. Okay, another tax increments district, number 9. Public hearing is discussion regarding tax increment district number 7, project plan amendment 4, in order to share surplus increments with tax increment district number 12 for the year 2026. This comes to us from finance, so this would be a donor TID situation, and I believe we have Mary Ann still here.
Yes. So this is authorizing 1 year of increment, which we're estimating would be 1,728,175 to be exact for an estimate. And the justification for the increment sharing is this would be shared with tax increment district number 12. 12 was created prior to COVID, and its goal was to redevelop the mall. At the time, I think there was a belief that we could save the mall. Obviously, after COVID, the mall came down. That created some challenges for the district because a lot of that value turned into negative value. And it also, TID 12 has funded most of the demolition, the underground for the streets. That's why we asked for the rest of the streets to be put in TID 3, which is adjacent to TID 12, was to really try to financially recover our costs. And so this in the TID plan shows what tax increment district number 12's financial condition looks like if there is no 1 year of TID sharing, and what it looks like if we do share that 1 year. If we share the 1 year currently with the T-wall expected increment, we would close up the period with about $700,000 extra. That would expect no additional development. And it is, ticking towards the end of its life. So the Finance Committee considered this 1 year of increment. We actually gave them the option of 1 or 2 years. They selected 1 year, and so that's what we're proposing here is a 1 year increment sharing. And then at that point, which would happen next year, the district would be eligible to close or to be considered for the 1 year of housing extension. And we are, just as a side note, we did close TID 6, which is our largest increment district. The council authorized that, I think, fourth quarter of '24. So we're in the process of closing that district right now.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public wishing to speak to TID District Number 7, Project Plan Amendment 4? Last call for TID 7, Amendment 4. We're going to close the public hearing, and we'll move to item 10, which is the discussion on this said TID, Taxing Increment District 7, Project Plan Amendment 4, in order to share surplus increment with Tax Increment District Number 12 for the year 2026. I would entertain a motion.
Make the motion.
Motion from Balkin, and second from Borneman. Comments, discussions, a little different, but same idea. All right, seeing none, all those in favor of accepting the Amendment 4 to TID 7 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that passes. All right, our last hearing today is a public hearing discussing again on tax increment district. This is number 8, Project Plan Amendment 5, in order to add projects and project costs. Mary Ann, once again.
So this project plan really is asking to add the land assembly costs for 2 parcels located on the west side of the river, immediately adjacent to TID 8, so it's in the half-mile boundary. Those we consider to be key parcels for several reasons. Obviously, right now, it's Marathon Box is operating their facility out of that. Those properties The city has made significant investments to try to move some industries off of the river. So it would be part of our goal to accomplish that. And then these have been two key parcels to extend the River Edge Trail. We've been working with the current owner since early 2000s to try to get easements for the River Edge Trail. That has been a challenge because there's a very steep incline there towards the river. There's limited space currently with their existing facility for that easement to occur. And basically, we would be required to put the trail on the embankment itself, which would be basically, it's probably going to cost as much as the property itself. So this would give us some flexibility for redevelopment and for the River Edge Trail, and basically to continue our efforts to clean up the properties along the river.
Thank you. Anyone from the public wishing to add or make comment? One more chance. Public hearing for tax increment number 8, Amendment 5. We'll close that public hearing and we'll move on to item 12, which is discussion and possible action regarding tax increment District 8 Project Plan Amendment 5 in order to add projects and project costs. This comes from Finance. I would entertain a motion. Borneman, second from Watson. Thank you. Seeing no comments, questions, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Aye.
You're opposed?
Okay, yes.
Okay. And I skipped kind of fast through that. Was there any comment you wanted to make? Okay. Last item is discussion and possible action on dedication of land as right-of-way at 700 Grand Avenue. This is an infrastructure and facilities motion, and it's the 20 feet right-of-way that we're dedicating there. This will go to council on May 13th. Would entertain a motion. Oh, Andrew.
Actually, that'll go to council tonight.
Oh,
Yeah. It's on council agenda as a suspension of rules.
Okay.
And it also did pass infrastructure committee already. So this is just something that we're, part of our development agreement with Commonwealth to develop this site. And this is the 20 feet that the city kind of identified early in the process as wanting to reserve for any future expansion of Grand Avenue right away. So this is something we kind of need to do for ourselves before we close on the property with the development. So,
okay, thank you. Would entertain a motion
Move to approve.
from Watson. Second from Balkin. Comments, questions? All those in favor of dedication of land right away at 700 Grand Avenue signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes. All right, we're showing next meeting date is May 20th, but actually we have the special meeting 2 days from now.
Correct, yep.
You just
Yes.
confirm that for me, Brad.
Yep, it's set for Thursday at 4:15.
Thursday, 4:15, and we'll be taking up that, the
Conditional use.
United Methodist conditional use piece at 903 3rd Street. And then following that, it should be May 2nd, 2025, May 20th, 2025.
Yep, that'd get us back on our regular schedule, which is the third Tuesday of each month.
Okay, thank you. That brings us to the last item, is adjournment. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Watson,
Second.
Larson, those in favor?
Aye.
Great, see you later. Yeah, the podium was not picking up, and I can't tell what the right distance is here. Oh, try it now, Lou. Just maybe a distance thing we gotta get used to. Oh, the one on the podium is the old one.